everybody, and welcome to Mayor Elizabeth Jones's Variety Hour. It's been a while,
A
but
long time.
yes, yes,
Oh, hello. My name is Kaye Lazar. Have we met? It's been a long, long time. We've a lot has happened in the last
oh yes,
few months.
yes,
So,
yes,
but we'll talk about good and bad.
oh
But I
yeah,
mean, but it, yeah, all's well that ends well.
yeah,
It's so good to see you. So
yes.
this
It's great
now
to see
I
you.
understand you have been working the
Yes,
last uh, while, and
like
tell
two
us what
weeks
you've been
actually.
doing. 2 weeks.
Yeah,
They said it wouldn't last. It's already been 2 weeks.
yes, yes. I've been working in this haunted trail,
Yeah.
called Blood Lake,
Okay.
and it's at Windy Hill Sports Complex.
Okay, now tell me, so you could go online and go to it and
Yes,
see you there.
yes,
Okay,
yes. You get tickets
I
online.
went to see you and I was really scared. And why'd you describe what it's like?
It's it's really fun.
Well, that
Yeah,
I hope
of course, and also,
it's not like eating your broccoli, is it?
yeah,
It's
also,
not it's not that good for you.
yeah, you have to be careful walking into the woods though,
Oh yeah,
because you never know what you're going to step on and all that. So
yeah. You
we
might.
have we have flashlights, to walk in the woods to
I
be
didn't get a
careful.
flashlight.
Well,
Now what? Now tell me what it is. What now? It's a haunted trail. Now what's a haunted trail? I mean,
well,
how do you describe it?
it's
How
like
describe
it's
it?
like a tour.
A tour. Okay,
It's
so
like it's kind of similar to the Bethlehem walk. They have like around Christmas time.
you mean okay?
Yeah.
I've been to Bethlehem.
Yeah, you just walk
Not Bethlehem. I've
around.
been to. Okay, go on it. Go on.
You walk around and then you see like these like characters and stuff,
Okay.
trying to scare you and everything.
Okay, so it's haunted
Yeah.
and it's all well lit up, right?
Yes, yes.
No, actually, when I went there, I was tripping all over myself. I got barely. It was dark. It's dark. You have a trail of what looks like Christmas lights
Uh-huh.
leading you through, but you're in the woods.
Yes, yes.
Well, let's not sugarcoat this. You're not on a sidewalk on a monorail or something. You're
Yeah.
actually walking in the woods.
Yes.
And as you walk, because it's so dark,
Mhm.
people, what do they do? What do like your character does?
My character is like singing
Oh, you're a singer.
and then I'm and I'm crying for help.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
help me, my bus is drowning. Help me, somebody.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I start singing, the wheels on the bus go down and down, down and down. Then I like,
Down and
we
down,
all
down
we all are drowned
to
now.
hell.
Ah.
That's great. That's great because I was on there and it was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
I was there. A lot of my friends are there, and you were there, of course. So I went to see all my friends. But the trouble is, except for you, you're the only one I reckon. Everyone else was so heavily made up and with wigs and with rotting skin and I couldn't tell who they were. The only thing that kind of gave me away was they said, Kaye Lazar, the end is near. So I said, oh, they must know who I am. So I didn't break their character. I be honest with you, I was very scared a lot of it because because I was by myself in the woods, and then all of a sudden something jumps out at you.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I was told before I went in there was prepare to be scared,
Yeah.
but don't worry about them, grabbing you and dragging you into the woods with them or something, because they're not allowed to touch you. So I felt, well, as long as don't. But they were going like this to
Yeah.
me towards me, and I said, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. There's years ago I went to the Central Berry Farm.
Mhm.
I used to
Same
work.
thing. I mean, same sort of deal.
It was different. It
Yeah,
was like a hay maze type of thing.
yeah,
And I went in there,
yeah.
and then they like kind of like I was scared. I was scared of it. It was broad daylight too.
You're scared. Yeah.
Yeah, and I went in there, And I think they were kind of like pushing and shoving you, and
Oh yeah, I've been in those ones where they push and shove you. Yeah, and you're really
yes,
intimidated. Yeah,
yes, yes.
especially it's one thing being an adult, and even in your late teens, you feel it's all fake, it's all friends of mine and everything. But then little kids actually really believe
Oh,
the guy with no head and the and the knife
yeah,
and holding up a is
yeah,
real, and then and they're traumatized by
yeah,
it. I was traumatized going to, not trauma. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it did scare me. I went to the circus when I was a kid,
yeah.
and they had this scene where a bunch of clowns came out with a gorilla in a cage,
Mm-hmm.
and the gorilla opened up the bars, and he got into the audience, and I was sitting way up high,
Mm-hmm.
but he was like in the first few rows, like scaring the people and everything,
Wow,
and they were all laughing. And I wasn't laughing at all. I
wow.
thought it was a real gorilla. And then he went
Who?
back onto the stage and took off the head, and it was a clown
Wow,
inside. And that was, and I said, all is fun. But being like, I must have been like 4 or 5 years old, I was
wow,
truly afraid, and it
wow,
kind of made me afraid of circuses for the longest time. I have
wow.
other things to be afraid of about circuses, like how they treat elephants and stuff. But
Yeah, yeah.
but at that time, I right from the get go, wasn't really too crazy about circuses.
Yeah. Wow.
And what else? We're in a different park. We're actually under a roof here, because it's uh, because I guess we're waiting for the barbecue to start. That's what I'm always waiting for. So let's see. So how has the last month been treating you? Have you been going anywhere or doing anything or
Yeah, I've been working, and
work? I've been working too. I started a new job, and
I went to the state fair with you.
the state fair, of course, the state
Yeah,
fair. I
yeah,
was working at the state fair, and I was the
yeah,
announcer. And after so many years,
yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah,
the state fair. Well, I wasn't there last year, and then they come back this year, and I
yeah,
was the announcer again, and
yeah.
I did more announcing than I've ever done. I did after I think it was 9 days of the fair. I was there 7 days. And now, can I direct your attention to the racing pigs? So that's what
Right,
I've been up to.
right,
So it was great
right.
to be at the state fair again. It was
Yeah,
great to be
that's
with
good.
people again and crowds and everything. So we can't say it enough. Everyone's got to
Yes,
get their
yes,
vaccinations.
yes.
Everyone's got to get their
If
booster shot.
anybody who hasn't done it yet, you gotta do
Yeah, you got to do it.
it. I gotta get my booster shot,
So, yeah,
but
me too. Well, I'll get it.
yeah, I'll probably get it sooner or later.
I got it.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Better.
I think you have to wait for like 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
See, I
Okay.
got mine back in June,
That's
so
all I do is wait.
I'll probably get mine around December or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
So
Well, I took because I work at the fair. I had all these free tickets and I was giving them to people.
um,
And oh, by the way, if you ever get an opportunity, like if you work in a ballpark, or if you work in a amusement park or in a theater or something, and you get a lot of free tickets,
yeah,
give them to your friends.
yeah,
Those are the best presents you can have. Live entertainment with people and everything.
yes. When I used to work at Kate's Dominion, I used to give tickets
You
to my
give to
friends.
your friends, okay?
Yeah.
And then, but the joke I always make about it is that when the time
Mm.
comes on their birthday or on Christmas, they always have their hand down and say, "Well, where's my present?" And I say, "Hey, remember those tickets I got you to the theater, or tickets to anything?"
Yeah,
Well, anyway, there was a very nice woman who was my guest once. Her name is Donna Goodman Thompson,
yeah,
and she gave me like a little. People
yeah,
are always nice to me, and she gave me a bag of stuff, and and then she saw you recently,
yeah.
and she said, "Did you get what I gave Kevin to give to you?" And I said, "No. What did Kevin?" And then what happened was, we'll get to it in a moment.
Yeah,
I was otherwise preoccupied,
yeah.
and I did find it, and so I have it for you right now. This is
All
Godiva
right.
chocolate
Yeah.
pudding.
Ooh.
So
Not
it's so good. I was thinking of just taking a spoonful and eating it that way, out of the powder, like
Yeah,
a like a pixie stick or something.
yeah.
But you make some pudding with that and share it with your family,
All
and
right.
that's meant thanks to Donna.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Don. I
Yes,
hope that you're watching this. This is awesome.
she's watching
I
it.
can't
All
wait.
my friends watch this show.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All my friends watch
Alright,
your
so
shows because they think you're so talented.
yes.
And oh, we actually did a we should do it on a future episode. We did a show. We did a live performance at a barbecue
Yes, we did.
where we sang "You're Just in Love" by
Yes.
from Irving Berlin,
Yes.
and I think the show's called "Call Me Madam,"
Mm.
Ethel Merman sang,
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
and it worked out quite
Mhm.
well, and we didn't even rehearse. They said, "Can you
Yeah.
believe we didn't rehearse?" And they said, "Yes, yeah, we could believe that.
Yeah.
It'll be sharper next time we do it."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so oh, but by the way, I love I love speaking of chocolate, and I'm only showing this because I'm hoping they'll give me a free case of this. No, but it's called outrageous bars by Reese's. Now that's all I'm gonna say about it. But they're so delicious, and you can't find them anywhere. I found them one place, and I bought like they were on sale, a bunch of cases, literally a bunch of cases of them. And where I used to work, I used to get. I'm not a good eater. I used to get all these free food coupons, and I didn't really want to eat their string beans and mashed potatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they did have like candy on sale.
Right.
So I used to get like, and these these candy bars are now like $2 each or $1.50
Wow.
each.
Wow.
I thought they were like 75 cents each.
Yeah.
But because I had the coupons, I was using, and all I was buying was those candy bars, and they're so delicious.
Mhm.
And so I'll give you one of those. I'll give you this one I just showed you, to take home, and tell me how good they are.
Yeah.
By the Reese Company, who makes the
Yeah.
peanut butter
Yeah.
cups. But this is the outrageous bar, which has a little bit of the M&Ms or Reese's pieces in
Right.
it, and the chocolate and the caramel, and has everything, the peanuts, the peanut butter, so anyway, um, the job I had a cafeteria, and it had this candy thing, and they said, and after I used my last coupon for
Mhm.
food coupons or
Mhm.
lunch coupons, they said, we understand you've been using those coupons for candy bars. I said, yeah, what's the big deal? Because you're supposed to use them for like hamburgers and slices of pizza and stuff. I said, so what's they said, we cannot let you do that anymore. And that's when I realized I don't want to work there anymore. So I got another job. Anyway, got a bee just now.
Be
Could have been
careful.
something if a bee stung us on during a show. I go, ah, but you mean you'd be talking to, like
Yeah.
we'd be talking to each other, then all of a sudden I just run and just start
Right.
acting the fool.
Right.
There's remember there was a debate last year where Mike Pence had a
Yeah.
fly land on his hair,
Uh,
and it didn't budge, and it was there, and everyone no one heard a single word that man said after that, even if he was making sense. It was Mike Pence after
but
all.
it was my business.
But everyone was just looking at the bee, not the bee, the fly. Flies don't usually sting you. But that was wild. That was wild. I just saw the fly. So anyway, that I must tell you some bad news. Why you haven't really heard from me in the last couple of months is
Right.
my mom passed away a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and she put up a valiant effort.
Right.
You were
Yes.
there. I mean, you were
Yes.
there
Yes.
at the funerals and the
Yes.
visitations and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
And
She was a wonderful lady.
wonderful lady.
Yeah.
She's a lovely woman, and she had been very sick for the last 10 years with Parkinson's disease
Yeah.
and other things. She probably had Lewy body dementia, the same thing I think Robin Williams killed
Mhm.
himself over.
Mhm.
And so my I have this big family of like brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and
Yeah.
brothers-in-law. No brothers. No, I only have sisters. So what happened was, we were like near the end, we were having like a party every night.
Wow.
And then one night, and it's only lasted maybe 2 nights. The second night I come there, I thought, okay, gonna go there. I actually was watching Jeopardy.
Yeah.
All right, and I took my time getting there. Got there, and we had Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Mhm.
and we were just eating and all, and everyone was around mom, in the next room, just hanging with her and everything. And then my niece, who's a nurse, whispered in my mother's ear and says, "It's time to let go." And then she went, and that was it.
Wow.
She died at home. No, wires, no hooking up to machines or anything. Um, I was actually in the next room, just like I am now, just yammering about stuff, not even making too much sense.
Yeah.
And then they said, Kevin, I think you should come down here. And of course, I missed my mom's last bit. But I, I see her all the time. I saw her even earlier that day. We were watching the Ellen DeGeneres show. The night before, we were I was feeding her ice cream. We were watching Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
So I've been. I like to think we've been together last 10 years. My mom hasn't really been the same in the last 10 years. My mom, I wrote a eulogy for my mom a week later for the funeral, and but it was but then what happened was this happened about 7:30. The hospice nurse came at 9:30. So the next 2 hours was basically a wake for my mom, a very Irish wake, just like they have in Ireland, where my mother's from. There was everyone was around talking about her, you know, grabbing her and hugging her, and really sad. And but like I said, she wasn't in a hospital room. She wasn't. We were all there. It wasn't like one at a time. We had to come in with masks and don't touch anything and don't touch your mother and she's behind the pane of glass or something. No, we were hands on for my mom at the end, and she lived to be 87, and she just had a birthday just a month ago.
On September the
The
6th.
6th, September the
Yeah,
6th, okay.
September 6th.
That's thanks for telling everybody.
Yes.
And so we had to, after that we had to get everything in order. I said, other than my mom passing away, the night couldn't have gone any smoother. When she,
Right.
so even though the time of that says 9:30 or something, it actually was about 2 hours before that. And so then the next few days, our family has kind of, gotten together and
Yeah.
stayed. This is a few days after this happened. This happened about a couple of weeks ago. And then that's why you haven't done a show in a long
Yeah,
time.
that's why,
I've been kind of, now
Yeah.
I'm getting back to normal and meeting
Yeah,
people and
right.
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm surprisingly taking it very well. And the reason why was she's been going on it's been 10 years. It was a long, drawn out sickness she had. So, I did my best to, to keep her happy and all. And that's all that really matters in life and
Yeah.
everything. Um, I've told the story before that I was struck by lightning,
Yeah.
and this was the same. She passed away in the same room I got struck by lightning in, which
Yeah,
was her
wow. Yeah.
bedroom in our house. So now now it's my sister's still there, so I go see my sister now.
Yeah.
But anyway, someone gave me this years ago. I'm always trying to wear a costume
Yes.
on the show too,
Yes.
and this is lightning.
Wow.
A lightning tie. This was in honor of me getting struck by lightning many years ago.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd wear it today
I love
and
it.
describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wearing this is my Canadian jacket, and I got
I
and
like the pen.
yeah, the pin is from
Yeah.
I had like $3 Canadian to get out of the airport.
Right.
So I said, what am I going to spend it on? I spent it on this little pin of the maple leaf. So this is my Canadian costume. There you go. Now
Yeah.
tell me about your outfit.
Well, this is a shirt from LuLaRoe,
There you go.
and I have these are Kermit's and Miss Piggies
There you
from the
go.
Muppets.
Yeah,
So they
of
have
course.
like different Disney characters and
Yeah.
all that, for LuLaRoe
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yes.
And I love LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe.
And this is what this is from.
Yeah, I love the green and the pink from the
Yes,
of
yes,
Miss Pinky.
yes. And they have like different styles.
Yes.
This style is an Irma,
Yeah.
so and I love the Irma. So
Yeah.
I got a lot of other favorites too, but
Yeah.
this is really cool. So
Yes.
like for the fall and winter. So
Yes.
and also there's some other ones called they're famous for their leggings.
Hmm.
For like
Yeah.
I think it's their first product that came out or something. They were like famous for,
Okay.
but they came out with some other styles
Yeah.
like the perfect tee,
Hmm.
the Irma,
We get
the classic
they're
tee.
big class.
What else?
Yeah. Well, you sell those things, right?
My Stacy does. My
Okay.
friend Stacy does,
Okay.
but but
Yeah.
I
Isn't it
support
all?
her.
Isn't all this stuff like a pyramid scheme? I see people selling
Yeah,
steak knives and clothes
yeah.
and Tupperware.
I just I just like to support.
Yeah.
And plus, I just like the products. So
Well, I'll tell you my problem. I like Tupperware,
Yeah, I do
like every.
too. I love Tupperware.
But I never buy it unless I go to a party, because to me
Yeah.
the party is the
Right.
thing.
Right.
I don't need the Tupperware
Yeah,
otherwise.
that's all I do. So
Yeah, I just love the party.
yeah, yeah. Let me tell you something about LuLaRoe. I'll tell you the other part.
All right.
They got the Cassie skirts,
Yeah.
the Asser skirts, the Lola skirts. They
Hmm.
got skirts and T-shirts, and
Hmm.
they got a Liv T-shirt,
Hmm.
and they got like Lucy skirts.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of other styles.
Do they have suits and ties like I wear?
I mean, they do have men's shirts,
Yeah. I mean,
but
do
they
they
don't
have like
have
what
like
I wear?
no, they don't have any of that.
No. Okay.
but 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 I mean, they do have men's
Yeah.
shirts occasionally. So
Yeah.
you
Very
know,
good.
so if you want to, buy some LuLaRoe, contact Stacy Frame. Also,
Don't give her number.
I don't have
Just
her
go to
number anyway.
Just go to LuLaRoe.
Yeah.
They'll
Or
find
there's a page
you.
called Stacy Simply Flipped
Yeah. Okay.
LuLaRoe.
There you go.
That's where I get my stuff
All right.
at. So
Very nice.
I could, welcome to give you the link to that
Yeah.
if you.
Yeah.
I
Put that in the link.
and she could hook you up with some stuff. So
Good. Good.
yep, yep.
I see a naked man over there who needs some clothes. Come over here. Now, now, let's see. So yeah. That's why I kind of been laying low lately. But
Yeah.
now things are coming back again,
Right.
and I'm
Yeah.
going to be.
Yes.
I'll be. What else will be doing? And oh, look at the. I know that. And then let's see. Then I'll be. So yeah. So then. So I'm looking forward to a good winter,
Yeah.
happy winter, happier winter, and you know, uh, let's see. Like I said, my mother's from Ireland, and I have to get used to my
Right.
mom not being here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I've been listening to a lot of U2.
Oh, I love you too. It's one of my
U2.
favorite groups
Yeah.
ever.
I was living in Ireland, and every once in a while,
Yeah.
I'd be working with somebody, and they'd say, "Hey, I was on Grafton Street or O'Connell Street or one of these things, and
Yeah.
guess who I met?" I said, "Bono," and he said, "No, not Bono, but I met one of the other guys, The Edge or somebody."
Right.
And I said, "Oh, because I mean, they weren't. Now you would know them because of the internet, but in
Yeah.
those days, everyone knew Bono,
Right.
but
Right.
didn't
Right.
know the rest of them." So when I was living in Ireland, uh, I tell you what was kind of funny about when I was in Ireland. There was a show they did U2, and I was there. And what was funny was, well, it wasn't funny at all. I heard this account of someone banging on their door, fans who wanted to meet them, and they said you can't come in to see U2. They slammed the door, so they kept banging on, and then their guys came and picked them up and like threw them out of
Wow.
the I don't know, they may have beaten them up or something, threw them out the gates or something. And then just as the two guys were being driven by police cars out of there,
Right.
all I could hear was Bono on the stage saying, "Oh, if we only had love in our hearts and peace in the world." And so, yeah, you could call off your damn goons. But that's stuff going on. So
Right.
I also going on. I had to show this as for my mom. This is my mom's favorite movie. It's
Oh.
called The Four Feathers,
Wow.
and this is the Alexander Korda version, the
Okay.
version most people know, and it has Ralph Richardson is in it. But it was made in 1938, and it's in Technicolor. I think it's one of the first British Technicolor films, and it's about the Foreign Legion and not the Foreign Legion, about the I don't know what it's about, but I remember they were fighting the Sudanese in it,
Yes.
and they keep referring to them as Mohammedans instead of Muslims, Mohammedans. But it's a very good movie, and it's about I think a guy is accused of cowardice, and so they give him instead of a diploma or rank in the army, they give him like four feathers for cowardice, for being a
Yeah.
chicken, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he spends the rest of the movie trying to become a hero, and it has.
Right.
So they made a remake of this movie with Heath Ledger
Uh-huh.
and Kate Hudson, and I didn't know who Heath Ledger was. But when I got to tell you about my mom, I didn't really take my mom to a lot of movies, but I said, Mom, there's a remake of the Four Feathers. You really got to see. I mean, we really got to
Mm.
see it, and it's
Yeah.
big budget and color and everything, and obviously in color. And then we went to see it, and she enjoyed it, and we did not know at the time who that main actor was. It
Mhm.
turned out Heath Ledger became this big star in
Right.
Brokeback Mountain, and he
Yeah.
played the Joker, and then he died sadly.
Yeah.
And but that's my mom's favorite. So when we were
Okay.
going through my mom's stuff, we found this
That is
videotape.
so cool.
So now I have this videotape.
Wow.
Anytime anyone wants to see the Four Feathers, we can watch it
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So what else? And then so yeah, and we we're all trying to get
Yes.
through all of this, but we'll we
Yes.
will. I always saw other
We'll
people.
manage.
Yeah, I always saw other people, and then thanks for coming to visit us and
Absolutely. I
your
was
friend of the
I
family
was
and
so
everything.
happy to.
Yeah, and it's been meeting lots of people. A lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. People come to visit.
Yeah.
Everyone's sending us cards, and then there's also we we have been people have been like we've gone to dinner out a lot, and people have been bringing food over, and there's not enough food to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not great eaters, so we have like food for the next week or so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so um, there was a whole all this. Oh, okay. Let me tell you about my dad. Okay, I think a lot of people went to the funeral. A lot of little kids went to the funeral because my dad is 95 years old,
Uh-huh.
and I think a lot of little kids have never met a 95-year-old man before, so they went to see him, and he talked to them and everything,
Yeah.
and I never saw a 95-year-old man when I was a kid.
Yeah, I
If I
know. Me
if I
neither.
saw a dwarf or a man in his late 80s.
Right.
That's all I talked about the rest of all of us would talk about the
Right.
rest of they were
Right.
like in show business or something.
Yeah.
So we would so the kids would talk about that, and I used to say, my dad is. I always make jokes, but I said, but my dad is his parents, my grandparents were born. All these little kids were born in the 21st century. They're all born in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
I said, my this man here, his parents were born in both of them were born in 1889. I said, not 1989, 1889. Grover Cleveland was president or Benjamin Harrison. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
anyway, so, so I said, yeah. So that you're, that is, so that shows you how far back he goes, and so I was happy to. Oh, but my dad. Okay, so he's not used to going to restaurants, so we were taking him to restaurant, or people were
Right.
taking him to
Yeah.
restaurants,
Yeah.
and he was complaining how none of the food is good at and he's right. The food in restaurants are terrible. I mean, I always order like a hamburger or a pizza because they can't really mess that up.
Uh-huh.
But if you order anything kind of fancy in a restaurant, good luck with that.
Right.
He said, well, he's a health nut like I am. And he
Yeah.
says, I'm going to get a salad. So he got a salad, and it was like, I don't know, like $7 or $8. And it was all, he said, and you want to know what? And I said, I knew what he was going to say. He said, it was all lettuce. He said, next time I'm going to ask for a salad, then I'm going to ask for no lettuce. And I said, good luck with that. Because what's going to happen is they're going to give you two slices of cucumber and one of those little tomatoes, and that's your salad if you take all the lettuce out of there. So he was he what else? Yeah, so he wasn't used to eating. Also, let me tell you something. I went to one of these restaurants with my group, with my posse, my
Yeah.
family actually,
Yeah.
and I they had like a Philly beef sandwich. Now Philly beef sandwiches, the
Yeah.
peppers and onions and
Yeah.
cheese
Yeah.
and meat. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, everyone likes that. So
Yeah.
so I'm the last one of like a dozen people. So mine is the last one. So last one to order. So I said, I'll have the Philly beef, and they said, didn't you hear your cousin over there? Uh, we ran out of Philly beef sandwiches. I said, then why did you put it in? Why'd you put it in the menu? Because I don't know. It's so popular, we're out of it. I said, if it's so popular, you should never be out of it.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
That's the whole point of that's the whole point of having being successful is having plenty of what the people want. Give them what they want.
I remember years ago, Western Sizzlin used to have a really good Philly steak sandwich.
Oh yeah, well let me tell you about a place like Western Sizzlin or Ponderosa or any of those like steakhouses, and I think they're great.
Yeah, they are good.
I when I was in high school, I took out a woman, and there was all these coupons. I mean, we're talking high school. I'm like 17 years old,
Yeah,
and I would eat at the Ponderosa or Bonanza
yeah. Oh
or
yeah.
Western Sizzlin, and there were these coupons in the newspaper. And in those days, it was very cheap. You could get like a ribeye steak,
Oh.
$5, chopped meat, $4, and you get all the salad you could eat, all the potato, everything. Okay, so I thought, oh, I'll impress this girl. I'll take her to the place, and there'll be plenty to eat. I know she likes to eat, and so we we went there, and and I'm not kidding you. There must have been a, a there must have been 10 um, coupons and 12 menu items on the big board.
Wow.
And she looked at my coupons, looked and kept looking up and up and up, and picked one of the things that wasn't on the coupon.
What?
It was something like, I don't know, cream chip beef on toast, or fish
Ew.
sticks or something. Or, I mean, it was something that isn't as good as like the
Yeah,
meat.
no,
It
yeah.
was, in other words, she actually made it a point
I can
not.
eat all that at
Well,
home.
yeah, but she made it no, but she made it a point she didn't want me to use a
Right,
coupon.
right,
And I'd like to say that was the last time we went
right,
out. Hope she enjoyed her
right.
last meal with me.
Yes,
Anyway, but I mean, there are people that are actually kind of conniving that way, that
yes.
they don't want to give you a bargain. In other words, I had to pay something like about at those days $10. There's a lot of money then
Yeah.
for the piece of junk she had, and I had like well, I'll order what I want for like buck and a quarter of filet mignon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she says hers was something like a dog food on a on a cracker. $12. Oh, well, you don't have a coupon for that? Well, you're gonna have to pay the full price. So always beware.
Yes,
We were just talking about this earlier. Don't let people try
yeah,
to buffalo you money
yes,
wise, because if they try to like chisel you while you're when you don't have very much money. Certainly a
yeah,
17-year-old doesn't have much money.
yeah,
This 17-year-old certainly didn't have
right,
it. Then that's there's just
yeah,
some people just the meter's running
right,
with certain people.
right,
I
right.
like what I spend more money than anybody, but I try to find a cheaper way. I try not to spend so much money.
Right, right,
I try to get a better bargain. Some
right.
people never negotiate, and negotiation is one of the easiest things in the world to do. If you go to a place and I mean like a car place or something, or any place, and you don't like the price there, just walk out.
Right,
Just
right,
walk out.
right,
I mean, say, can you make this cheaper? No, no, this is our set price, $10.
right, right.
And then you want to pay $8 for something. Then you
Right.
just walk away. Now, if they'll either say good riddance, or they'll chase out. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I spoke to my manager. We might be able to do 825. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. So that's sadly what my last few weeks have been like.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to do shows again,
Yes.
and ready to be in the theater again, and
Me
travel again,
too. Me too. Me
and
too. Me
everything.
too.
Thanks for having. We're gonna have we have the second half coming up.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Second half.
All
Yes.
right. Well, let's
Yes.
do it. You in the
Yes. I hope you all have a wonderful break, and we will get back to you in a few seconds. Peace. God bless.